If Jake Paul calls you for early next year, is that what you want to do?
Yeah, let's run that.
Popular professional boxer Ryan Garcia took it upon himself to officially call out Jake Paul in a boxing match.
I know we're cool. We're cool for sure. But he was trying to beat up on Uncle Mike. Like I said, the same way I feel about Manny Pacquiao, same way I feel about this.
With Jake's recent win against boxing legend Mike Tyson, many fighters feel compelled to take Jake on to redeem the sport and to have a big payday. Ryan and Jake have been friendly since Jake's career began. Both of them have crossed paths multiple times. Ryan says that since he started Jake's career, it is only right that he's the one to end it.
I started, he came to my gym a long time ago in Victorville. Then he came to visit me with the Canal Camp. This is before he boxed. So I kind of gave birth to his boxing career. So I'm here to end it. That's it.
Ariel Helwani spoke with Ryan and asked him about what weight both fighters should fight on. Ryan would be most comfortable at 185 pounds, which is a jump from his current weight. He told Helwani that he's currently somewhere between 165 and 170, which shocked the interviewer, as that means a 20-pound jump up. Fighters have to adjust their movement and agility according to their weight, which isn't always easy. But Ryan shrugged it off to say that he'll just have to eat more for a while.
If I fought Jake, probably 185.
You think you'd be comfortable at 85?
100%.
Yeah.
I got
Well, what are you right now?
me. I'm 165, 170.
Damn. I mean, that's still 20 to 15 pounds more.
I know. I would have to eat a lot,
Yeah.
but I'm going to do it.
Ryan recalled Jake's fight with Tyson to say that the results didn't surprise him. With Tyson's age and Jake's hunger for power, it was expected that the fight would end like that.
It was probably what was expected. Mike's a little up in age. He didn't have his balance correct. And it did seem like Jake wasn't really throwing at his fullest abilities. But like I said, it was all right.
This isn't Ryan's first time calling out the YouTuber turned boxer. He had tweeted a couple of times about him. Many fans were sort of hoping for something like this because Garcia is a big name, and he did predict this, stating that if Jake wins against Tyson, he'll take him on. So it was expected that Jake's team might reach out to the next potential boxer, and so far they've not approached Garcia. This may be because of the other lucrative options that Jake has right now. Ryan thinks that they might feel like Ryan's too small to fight Jake, but the skills are more important than the weight. He referred to the fight between Floyd Mayweather and Logan Paul, where the weight and size were different.
I really think they generally think that I'm probably too small. But like I said, I think skills pay the bills. You see Floyd when he fought Logan. Logan was way bigger than him. So I feel like I could do the same thing.
Jake's list of former fighters have been retired or old fighters, not exactly of his caliber, but Jake looks for stardom in the sport as well. As Spencer Oliver, among other fighters, had said, that Jake is a marketing genius and has a good set of skills for a boxer that started off just 4 years ago. It takes a different sort of dedication to train and grow that much in the sport.
I think it's just that gladiatorial sport, isn't it? So, obviously, he's been in this discipline now for the last 4 years or so. It takes a lot of commitment, and the kid's training hard. And he just wants that respect and recognition. And I think that obviously the real boxing fan doesn't respect what he's doing, because of the opponents that he's picking. But it's a marketing genius.
Ryan does meet the criteria of popularity that would make this fight big. In fact, he promises that it would be huge. It is the kind of fight that fans would want to see and would sell a lot.
Jake versus Ryan is a gigantic fight.
Huge. It would be huge, and I see it everywhere. Everywhere I go, people are asking me to fight Jake Paul, which I got to give people what they want. That's what I'm used to doing.
The 26-year-old confidently said that if Jake fought the way he did with Tyson, he can knock him out by the 5th or 6th round.
I mean, if Jake fights the way he fought with Mike, I generally believe I would knock him out within 4 or 5 rounds.
Okay, wow.
To be honest.
Maybe less.
Yes.
Since Ryan has fought 23 bouts and only lost 1 in 2022, he has the credentials to make this claim and live up to it. And since he's almost the same age as Jake, he could be Jake's first real fight. But right now, Ryan's focus is on his upcoming bout, which is bringing a lot of heat itself. He's first aiming for a fight with Rukia Anpo in an exhibition bout in Japan towards the end of December. Then, the next person on his hit list is Jake. The conference for Ryan's fight with Rukia Anpo took place, and it was insane. The plot twist is that Golden Boy hasn't yet confirmed if this fight is actually happening or not. The company has rights to Garcia's fight and haven't approved it yet. They sent out a press release to say, Golden Boy Promotions has exclusive rights to Ryan Garcia's fights. The organizers of this event have acknowledged as such and have agreed in writing that our sign-off is needed for this event to occur. As no such sign-off has been given, as of today, there is no event with Ryan Garcia. If this fight is to take place, it will signal Ryan's return to the ring. He fought last April beating Devin Haney, but he had missed weight and then failed drug tests after the fight. The win then turned into a no contest, and the fighter is serving a 1-year suspension with the New York State Athletic Commission. So this fight, if it happens, will be an exhibition match. Meanwhile, the press conference seemed pretty hardcore. Ryan shared his excitement to be working with Risen for the exhibition match, and doesn't even know who Anpo is.
To watch this man, well, actually I came to watch Manny Pacquiao. I don't even know who this guy is, but I'm just happy that, you know, I'm working with Ryzen, Famio for this amazing event. I know it's going to be big. I know in Japan they had like 40 or 60,000 people in that arena, so I'm excited.
He went on to diss Anpo and sent a chilling warning stating that he'll take him down because he pissed him off by trying to knock out Manny Pacquiao. He teased Anpo, saying that this will be Anpo's first big fight, and he's excited to be the one to take him down and teach him a lesson in professional boxing, since Anpo is a kickboxer.
For his words, like I said, about that. Nah, but I don't even know this guy. Like I said, I just know that he was trying to knock out Manny Pacquiao. It pissed me off. So I'm looking to teach this man a lesson and teach him how to box. He knows how to kick. He's a kickboxer. He's a little big, as you can see. He's excited right now. It's his first big event, or he's still excited. But I'm gonna have to, like I said, I'm gonna have to settle him down, knock him out, and then just enjoy my flight back.
On the other hand, Rukia wrote down his speech for Ryan. He called out the American for having issues and missing weights. Ryan's reputation is close to nothing in Rukia's eyes, as he pointed out the unprofessionalism and lack of respect he shows, yet has the audacity to call himself king of boxing.
We all know Ryan Garcia's issues. Missing weight, alcohol and incomplete, lack of professionalism, no sportsmanship, no respect. Yet he dares to call himself king. On fight day, I'll show him the true code of Bushido. We fight for honor and legacy, it not ego.
Rukia shared that he'll teach Garcia some respect and show him his place. Then he crumpled up the paper and tossed it aggressively next to Ryan before shouting, "F." Ryan simply expressed a little surprise and chuckled at his actions without meeting his eyes.
And show him exactly where he belongs.
Rukia clapped back at Ryan's statement about not knowing him by pointing out his inability to fight in his own country, making him an outcast. And Rukia is the one giving him an opportunity to fight and get back in the ring, making him the superior person in the room.
You said you don't even know me, but you can't even fight in the States. You can't even fight in the States because of me, because of the opportunity you're getting in Japan. You better be grateful to me. I'm giving you the opportunity.
Ryan is not one to back down. At first, he was excited to go to Japan and have a fun exhibition match and enjoy the new year. But after hearing Rukia's words, he's now excited to get in the ring and knock him down to show him who's boss. It will no longer be a fun family event, as Ryan's going to make it rough and tough.
I just kind of looked into this like, it's going to be a little exhibition. I'm going to enjoy the ride, enjoying the festivities in Japan. It's New Year's. But now it's kind of waking the dragon up. I kind of just... it's kind of making me a little excited to put a whooping on this dude. I'm looking to knock him out now. And before it was just, I thought it was going to be a relaxing family event. It's not anymore.
In other news, Eddie Hearn apologized to Jake Paul and his team for calling the fight with Tyson disrespectful, among other things. Around the time of the fight, Hearn shared several colorful words about the bout, even stating that he won't view it. Now that the fight is over and the emotions surrounding it have settled down, Hearn is apologetic about his choice of words.
The MVP team, there was a lot said during the fight. I thought it was disrespectful, but it's the moment. Do you know what I mean? And I probably shouldn't have reacted the way I reacted. I said, and people keep telling me, don't apologise, we love it. But if I did apologise, if I did offend anyone, I do apologise.
Carl Froch spoke out about Jake Paul and his manager Nakisa Badarian, who has been making some bold claims here and there. Froch has been a dedicated fighter, but was one of the best of his time. He's now an analyst for the sport and has his own channel amassing 138,000 subscribers. Froch hasn't been on Team Jake Paul and was one of the biggest criticizers of his fight with Tyson. To this, Nakisa said,
Carl Froch, irrelevant. Just trying to gain exposure, clout, and hopefully another payday for himself.
Nakisa thinks that Froch and Tony Bellew are incredibly irrelevant and aren't known for their time in the boxing world.
Nobody in the US can even mention those guys' names. They're just irrelevant, right? There's like, unless you're a hardcore boxing fan, which is probably less than 50,000 people in the United States of America, nobody has ever heard of those guys. So if you're suggesting, hey, come to the UK in our backyard to fight an old dude, you'll get no credit for beating, and you're not gonna do big numbers in the US, which is the biggest market, to give them one more payday. Why? Who are they? What have they done? Other than being champions for their own account. Awesome.
Froch clapped back, stating that his career is decorated as he's a Hall of Famer and has won fights in front of 80,000 in Wembley Stadium. He's done a lot for boxing while he could before he was retired, and is a former unified champion who brought pay-per-view back to Sky Sports. So for the manager of a YouTuber turned boxer to make such a harsh statement is just a lack of respect and knowledge. Just because a fighter isn't extremely popular all the time does not take away their achievements.
What have I done in boxing? Listen, 12 world title fights back to back. Did you not watch the opener of Froch on Fighting? Former unified world champion, Hall of Famer, once boxed George Groves in front of 80,000 fans at Wembley Stadium. After winning my first world title, I then had 12 back-to-back world title fights on both sides of the Atlantic, and I brought pay-per-view back to Sky Sports Television. Come on now, show some respect.
Froch has been a decorated fighter, and after sharing his achievements, he absolutely slammed Nakisa and Jake Paul for thinking they have enough real impact on the sport to make such statements.
Listen, I'm not here to justify who I am to somebody like you, who's done absolutely fuck all in professional boxing, and you're playing at the game with Mr. Clown Show, Fake Paul. You're not even in the professional boxing world.
On the other end of the spectrum, Chael Sonnen is on Team Jake Paul as he praised him for not knocking out Tyson when he had the chance to do so. Jake has been facing the sharp edge of the sword his entire career. He built his career on negativity and hate, so it's no surprise that this fight brought a ton of heat at him, despite it being valid. If Jake had taken down Tyson, fans and fighters alike would have had his neck, and not knocking him out didn't really win him any brownie points either.
Jake, like so many times, gets put in such a hard spot where people will criticize him for not knocking out Mike Tyson. And the reason that's a hard spot is for the people that would have criticized him had he knocked out Mike Tyson. When there's no when you got two doors you can walk through, and neither one of them is positive.
An example of the criticism stems from Simon Jordan, who shared that the fight between Jake Paul and Mike Tyson was definitely scripted. According to him, Tyson could have had enough power to take him down in the first 2 rounds at least, but he slowed down and didn't hit Jake despite being in range. In fact, Tyson had a clear shot of Jake's head in the last round when he bowed down to him. Every fighter and fan alike was confident that Tyson would get a few good hits in, if not a knockout.
Is that just social media noise?
Absolutely. It wasn't scripted. It's just a fact,
But
Simon.
you did see, I agree, but you heard Adam Cattrall talk about the fight over the weekend or the weekend before, where he talked about Tyson in the first couple of rounds being in range and having the ability to let his hands go and not doing it, which surprised Adam. Not the fact that he couldn't do it for 8 rounds, and not the fact that he couldn't get his feet into position for much longer than 2 or 3 minutes of this particular fight. But when in the first couple of rounds he did, he was kind of surprised that Tyson didn't deal with it the way he thought he would do.
Yeah.
So that now what Jake Paul is doing.
What do you think of Ryan's comment about Jake? Are you excited to see Ryan back in the ring? And who do you think Jake should fight next? Let us know in the comments below and subscribe for more.